Hello children, we are going to continue with our lesson manufacturing industries. In our previous video, we saw about primary, secondary, tertiary sectors regarding the manufacturing and importance of manufacturing. Now, in this video, we are going to see about the topics contribution of industry to national economy. Out of a 27% for industry, which includes 10% for mining, quarrying, etc., for the last 20 years, that is 2 decades, the share of manufacturing sector has stagnated at 17% of GDP. This is much more lower when comparing to the East Asian economies where the value is 25 to 35%. The trend of growth rate in manufacturing over the last decade has been around 7% per annum. So in the last few years in manufacturing, the growth rate has been around 7% per year. The desired growth rate over the next decade, over the next 10 years is 12%. Since 2003, manufacturing is once again growing at a rate of 9 to 10% per annum. With appropriate policy interventions by the government, that is with appropriate support from the government and its policies, and renewed efforts by the industry to improve their productivity. Economists predict that manufacturing can achieve its target over the next decade. The National Manufacturing Competitiveness Council has been set up with this objective to improvise the productivity and to achieve good targets in the future. Industrial location. Industrial locations are very much complex in nature. See, for an industry to establish, we need to consider factors like availability of raw materials, availability of labor or manpower, then availability of transportation, proper roadways, proper facilities for the employees as well as for the building or infrastructure to maintain, and capital investment, power, and market should be available to sell those goods, etc. So all these factors are very much important for the establishment of industry in a particular location. Okay, we cannot easily find all these factors available in a single place. Okay, consequently, manufacturing activity tends to locate at the most appropriate place. So manufacturing can be located at most appropriate place where all the factors of the industry or location are either available or can be arranged at lower cost. So either major factors should be available in a place, so that particular location will be selected or chosen, or other factors or other important aspects, if it can be arranged at a lower cost, then that particular location will be fine for industries. After an industrial activity starts, urbanization follows. So whenever an industry is developed, for example, if you consider in the case of um, Sipcot in the OMR road, okay, that was purely an industrial area. We had so many industries and companies there. So many organizations established their own sectors in that particular place. Later, after the industries have established more, it became a commercial area where many shops came, many theaters, malls were established, and now it is also in a residential area. So the nearby area where Sipcot is present right now in OMR is also a residential area having more than 300 to 400 apartments in each colony. Okay, so this is an example of industrial activity starts, urbanization follows. Sometimes industries are located in or near the cities. So, if it is an already urbanized area, then based on the population, based on the need of the people, that particular industry can be established. Thus, industrialization and urbanization go hand in hand. Cities provide markets and also provide services such as banking, insurance, transport, labor, consultants, and financial advice to the industries. Okay. Many industries tend to come together to make use of the advantages offered by the urban centers. So many industries think in such a way that if all the facilities or maximum of the facilities are available in a particular urban center, then surely the organizations or the industries will make use of that particular place or urban center. Advantages offered by the urban centers known as agglomeration economies. Gradually, a large industrial agglomeration takes place. So, when the industries as well as people are very much near to each other, both of the um, both of them will be benefited. Okay. So it is an advantage for the people to have industries nearby. It gives employment opportunities. So we'll be getting all kind of necessary products, and if the people are near, it will be very much easy for the industries. So they will be also getting proper employees, and markets and all the other tertiary sector activities will be very much easy to reach for the industries. So this is called as agglomeration economies. Okay. The people and the industries are benefited here. Okay, Mama. In pre-independence period, most manufacturing units were located in the places from the point of view of overseas trade. Yes, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, everything was in the coast. So it was very easy for transportation. So these places became the manufacturing units. Consequently, there emerged certain pockets of industrially developed urban centers surrounded by a huge agricultural rural hinterland. So later, wherever agriculture was practiced, industries were developed nearby to those agricultural rural lands. The key to decision of the factory location is the least cost. Yes, all the factors should be available, like availability of raw materials, employees, investment, power, market, transportation. So everything should be available at one place, or it can be arranged at low cost. So this is very important. Government policies and specialized labor also influence the location of industry. So choosing a location for industries depend on various factors. Thank you.